Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the Your Bookish Identity Tag started by Little Book Owl, Katie Tastic, and Benjamin of Tomes. This tag only has 7 questions, and they all relate to young adult series. So let's begin. Question number 1. What dystopian/fantastical world would you live in? And I'm going to answer for both dystopian and fantasy. For a dystopian world, I don't think I'd particularly want to live in a dystopian world. That's the whole point. You don't want to live in those worlds. I certainly would not want to live in the Hunger Games. I would die just like that. It'd be my luck that I was called to go to the Hunger Games. I don't think I'd have the heart to blow myself up on the opening platform, and I don't want to be impaled particularly by sharp weapons. So I think about the only thing I would do in the Hunger Games would be to eat the poison berries and have a nice painless death. But out of the few dystopian worlds that I have read, I think the only one that sounds semi-safe and kind of normal would be Lois Lowry's The Giver. The world of The Giver is almost kind of like a utopia in some ways. You know, the main character, Jonas, he sees everything as kind of perfect and nice and friendly at the start of the book, but then, you know, when he's called to be the next giver and he's trained by the giver, that's when he starts to realize that his world is not so perfect. But the thing about the world of the giver is there's not really anything too bad going on, really. I mean, everyone has an assigned purpose in that society, and it's not like the Hunger Games where people are killing each other. And as far as a fantasy world, Hogwarts, obviously. I would love to be a witch at Hogwarts. Question number 2, who would be your partner? And I wasn't sure who to pick or what books I could pick from, because I guess just judging from all these questions, I guess the point is to pick from any one of these books in the questions. So I'm going to go with Luke Garraway from the Mortal Instruments series. And yes, the guy's a werewolf, but oh well. If he looks like Aidan Turner, who plays Luke in the movies, then I'm all on board with that. Plus, Luke is more closer to my age and much more appropriate for me. All these other books with all these characters, they are far too young for me, and I don't want to look like a pervert. Number 3. This comes from the Percy Jackson series. Who would be your godly mother or father? And I wasn't quite sure who to pick for this. I was trying to pick someone who was closer to my personality, and when I started doing some research prior to doing this tag, I realized that none of these gods or goddesses have any particular traits similar to me. Hades is totally out of the question, Zeus is out of the question, Aphrodite's out of the question. And so I kind of went with Hermes, because when I was looking up stuff about Hermes, there's a lot of traits that just don't go with me at all, but he's considered a patron of the arts and literature and poets. So I went with Hermes for just that alone. Plus, it just occurred to me, Luke would be my brother! Question number 4. This comes from the Immortal Instruments series. Would you be a Downworlder or Nephilim? I think we all want to be a shadow hunter, there's no question about that. But to be realistic, I don't think I would be a great shadow hunter. I think I'd be too wimpy and frightened to kill things. Plus, I don't think I'm that agile. So I'm gonna go with Downworlder, and if I was a Downworlder, I think I'd want to be a fairy. Question number 5, and this comes from the Harry Potter series. Which house would you be in? According to Pottermore put me in Slytherin, you guys. And I fully expected to get into Ravenclaw. And Ravenclaw would be the house that I would personally pick for myself, since, you know, they're all about intellect and knowledge and creativity and whatnot. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out why I got Slytherin. I secretly like to think I got Slytherin because I like villains so much. I don't know, maybe I am a bit of a Slytherin, I don't know. I consider myself more of a Ravenclaw. Question number 6 comes from the Divergent trilogy, and the question is, which faction would you be in? Coincidentally enough, I finished Divergent back in early December, and I purposely did not want to do this tag until I had read Divergent. That way I knew what the factions were. So the faction that I think I would best fit in would be the Erudites. Erudite is very much like Ravenclaw, so that's why I'd pick it. I think I'm much too wimpy to be in Dauntless. Question number 7 comes from the His Dark Materials series. What would be your demon? And for those of you who don't know, demons are like your animal companion that you're born with, and your animal companion reflects who you are as a person. And when you're a child, your demon is constantly shifting and changing into various different animals. But when you become an adult, your demon stabilizes and you get one specific creature. So for my demon, I could be lazy and say a cat, but cat sounds kind of boring, and I probably am more like a cat, but I wanted something more exotic and cool, so I went with a lemur, because I love lemurs. See? I got a demon right here. We just walk around like this together. So those are my answers to the Your Bookish Identity tag. I've been wanting to do this tag for months now. Once again, millions of booktubers have done this tag already. So if you have not done this tag yet, I am tagging you. And if you do the tag, please send me your video, because I'd really love to watch it. I really love this tag because everyone has such funny answers. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!